Hello everyone, good morning. I hope you are staying dry and safe if you are in Sydney. This is Sage live from Kalkine Studio and you're watching the early trades. Let's get started with our market open report, and the Australian shares edged 0.02% higher in the opening minutes of trade, supported by solid gains across the energy and tech sectors. Origin advanced 1.4% after announcing a $250 million buyback, while Aristocrat Leisure rose 2.9% after saying Russia's invasion of Ukraine won't have a material impact on its earnings. Gold Road Resources added 4.8% as the price of gold topped US $2,000 an ounce. Insurance Australia tumbled 1.2% after hiking its natural perils claims cost guidance due to floods. Nickel mines dropped 10.2% after the London Metal Exchange suspended nickel trading due to an unprecedented spike in the metal's price. And let's look at some of the newsmakers from today. Australia's combined state government debt will exceed $500 billion in a matter of months, according to S&P Global Ratings, which is equivalent to 23% of gross domestic product. The upsurge reflects the large economic support packages rolled out by state governments. In addition, as the pandemic-related emergency spending normalises, new borrowing will still be needed to finance historically large infrastructure programs. S&P expects debt management will remain prudent, with issuance predominantly via fixed-rate bonds in Australian dollar domestic markets. This helps to support the state's high credit ratings. And credit trends are diverging. Victoria and New South Wales will record the largest increases, while Western Australia's debt is steady. Insurance Australia says as of 6 a.m. this morning it had received around 24,000 claims across its brands for the floods and storms, including 3,500 claims from the widespread flooding which has occurred across Sydney over the last 3 days. As weather is still affecting the eastern seaboard and given limited access to impacted areas, the company said it's too early to determine the number and nature of claims. IAG's reinsurance protection means it will incur a net claims cost of approximately $74 million from the storm and flooding event that commenced in February, lower than the $95 million estimate disclosed on the 1st of March 2022. IAG has utilised approximately $95 million of the $236 million of aggregate cover following this event. Reserve Bank of Australia Governor Philip Lowe has opened the door to a cash rate rise as soon as this year, saying the war in Ukraine and sanctions against Russia could require a larger monetary policy response than previously anticipated. And the London Metal Exchange said it doesn't expect the nickel market will reopen before March the 11th, after trading was suspended Tuesday following an unprecedented surge in prices. The exchange stressed that it was not announcing a firm date given the uncertainties in the broader market, and laid out a series of steps it's planning to ensure in order for the market to restart. It expects to open trading in European hours only to begin with, set a daily 10% limit on price moves, and is exploring whether it can voluntarily reduce the number of outstanding short positions prior to reopening to ease the upward pressure on prices. Champion Data has expanded its relationship with Catapult Group in an exclusive 3-year deal to supply performance analysis solutions to the AFL. It means teams across the AFL, AFLW and AFL pathways will use Catapult's Vector SaaS technology, and this also marks the first time Catapult's Clear Sky system will be installed and used across 9 AFL stadiums during live matches. Origin Energy has announced it intends to undertake an initial on-market share buyback of $250 million. The share buyback is expected to commence in April 2022. The company said further capital management initiatives may be considered over time, subject to operating conditions and capital allocation alternatives. Aurelia Metals has suspended production at its Dargus gold mine in southern New South Wales as a precaution following the significant rain event that is currently impacting the east coast of Australia. The company said record rainfall has impacted both the underground mine and surface infrastructure, including the tailings shortage facility. Well, that's all for now on the early trades. Do stay tuned to Kalkine TV as we have many more shows lined up for you, sharing live updates across the economy, markets and sectors. Sage signing off for now.